No thinking, that's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. No thinking, that's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. No things I shouldn't know. I got secrets. No things, the truth be told, and I just can't hold it in. No things I shouldn't know, things that I shouldn't know. Oh. No things I shouldn't know, and I wanna tell the world that Fibonacci's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Mac, sticks and Bollinger Bound. Chicken money flow, follow them, you'll be slow. That's how it goes. Sunlight candles, engulfing hammers, morning stars and OGs. You gotta follow the money, the suits, the Armanis. Follow the jet, follow me. My secret, no thinking. Tread just like a robot. No thinking. At your bayonet. No bluffing. I can see your cards. Following the prince is my biggest secret. No thinking. Tread just like a robot. No thinking. At your bayonet. No bluffing. I can see your cards. Following the prince is my biggest secret. No thinking. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. No thinking. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. No things I shouldn't know. I got secrets. No things the truth be told, and I just can't hold it in. No things I shouldn't know, things that I shouldn't know. No things I shouldn't know, and I wanna tell the world. It's purely psychological, don't you take it personal. I can teach you how to separate from the trade. Plan your strategy based on probability. That is the game. Don't go guessing, learn refreshing. I can show you the way. You gotta follow the money, the suits, the Armanis. Follow the tip, follow me. My secret, no thinking. Tread just like a robot. No thinking. At your bayonet. No bluffing. I can see your cards. Following the prince is my biggest secret. No thinking. Train just like a robot. No thinking. At your bayonet. No bluffing. I can see your cards. Following the prince is my biggest secret. No thinking. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. No thinking. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.
Good evening, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Checking, doing a mic check. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we originally had this presentation scheduled for 9 o'clock. Didn't realize that I would be competing with Mr. President Trump. So we changed it to 8 o'clock, and I promise I'm going to get you out of here so that you guys can listen to the State of the Union. So it's big. Yeah, I don't want to miss it either. So it shouldn't take too long, but I will stay here if you have questions at the end. So guys, thanks for coming tonight. Did you guys have a good trading day today? Did you guys see the SPY today? What an insane move. How many of you knew this was going to happen today? Well, if you have my app, you know it was going to happen. We spotted the first late dark pool sell prints in quite a while, about 7 million. And I started tweeting yesterday, 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 late dark pool sell prints right here is from my app. Oh, and by the way, you can increase the screen by clicking on the 4 inverted right angles up top. That'll fit the screen, right? And it maintains the chat, so you can make it bigger if you have issues seeing this. But right here, this was the key yesterday. This is if you were in my trading room. I put on some SPY puts. I bought the 283 puts. There's a reason for that. But this was it. You guys, 2 late dark pool sell prints, 503,000 shares each. That's the dark pool signature at 286.64. The SPY was not trading at 286.64 yesterday. It was from the day before. This is the dark pool signature. Then we got more late dark pool sell prints. In fact, we had about 7 million. In fact, this is everything that I tweet out all day on the app. If you're in my trading room, you also get it in the announcement tab. Always post that up for everybody. So today we were watching that 283.26 level. That was a 35 million level. That was done back here on Monday and Wednesday. On the 23rd and the 24th. The dark pool did 35 million. So today we broke below this massive level, and the only thing from stopping us to get down to that 280 level, let me just show you what we were watching today. All right, this is a live presentation. This is stuff that happened today. Was this pivot, this S3 level. And this is why I covered my short going in today, because that's usually an oversold area in the short term. However, we'll see where we go tomorrow. But yeah, that was a really great trade just using the dark pool. You know, everybody's been wanting to know, when are we going to have a correction? That is, you know, I've called the last 10 corrections on social media before they've happened. Okay, we have not gotten heavy dark pool activity like this in, I don't know, a year and a half. Very, very long time. See these black lines right here on my screen? These are where the dark pool was trading back in these days. You know, only if we break down below this last black line, look out below. We're going to go down pretty big. So they play print pong. So if you have the app, this is what we'll be watching for a move, possibly down to the 280 and a bounce, and then to the next dark pool level and a bounce. And then this is pretty much what they do. They ping pong back and forth. And we're also going to get more dark pool prints every single day, which I'll be posting up in real time. So really excited. At least we got some action and great volatility. So I'm going to begin tonight's presentation. Just really waiting for some last minute people to come in. So thank you so much for coming out tonight. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. I've been really busy on tour. But this is going to be how to profit off the dark pool. I know that not too many people are going to tell you that the market is rigged, right? Not too many people start out their presentations like that. However, today, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be the judge. I, Stephanie Kammerman, aka the Stock Whisperer, will provide evidence for you, okay? Evidence of manipulating trades that are executed in the darkest pools. I'm going to shed light on just some of these illicit trades. I can't show you everything tonight, and I'm going to try to get done before President Trump, okay? But 40% of the total volume being executed right now across the entire market is being done in the dark pool. So I don't have time to expose them all, but I promise I'm going to show you some really good stuff today. Are there any lawyers here? Any lawyers? There's usually one or two, just in case somebody shows up. All right, I have to warn you, the market is manipulated, okay? But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to profit off this manipulation. This is my risk disclaimer. Look it over carefully. Tonight's education is solely for educational purposes. I want you to paper trade until you have mastered trading. Then start small and work your way up. I personally paper traded for 2 years back in the early 90s before I started trading. Anybody here paper trade for 2 years before they started trading? Before doing their first trade? No. I've yet to meet anybody. Yeah, paper trade until you learn. This is a career. This is not a hobby. And you don't have to do it for 2 years, okay? I knew absolutely nothing when I started. I was very, very young. And I'm glad that I took 2 years to learn. So I'm not a broker. I don't run a hedge fund. I'm a trader, just like you guys. I trade all day long. I don't work for Fidelity. I don't work for Charles Schwab. I don't work for TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Scottrade, Lightspeed. Nope, I don't work for any of these guys. So I don't have to answer to any of these fine institutions. I can pretty much say what I want and get away with it. I learned that the market is manipulated by the dark pool. And I learned it a long time ago in 1994. I got a job as an assistant. I was just an assistant to one of the best traders at Schoenfeld Securities. Schoenfeld was the biggest prop firm in New York, and that's the actual building that I started out with in Jericho, Long Island. And again, I knew nothing about the market, but I sat in the $1 million room. And let me tell you that there's a lot of people out there that would have paid money to sit where I sat. And there I was. Honestly, I was being paid. And these amazing traders were teaching me how to trade. I mean, does it get any better than that? It actually does get a little bit better than that. They sat me in front of this machine called an Instinet machine. Anybody here ever see an Instinet machine? It's a green glowing dark pool execution machine. It was the mega trading computer in the 90s. This is where you could see where all the big guys were loaded to buy and sell. Only the very large firms had access to this, and there I was, 24 years old, okay, sitting in front of this Instinet machine. Now, the best part about this machine was I got to see where these big guys were loaded to buy and sell. So if any of the traders called out that they wanted to buy Microsoft or sell Intel, I was able to punch it up and say, no, you don't want to buy Microsoft. There's a huge seller on the offer. Or you don't want to buy Intel. There's a huge seller. You don't want to sell. There's a huge buyer. And I saved my traders a lot of money because I was able to see into the dark pools of liquidity. Now, I tried to find some pictures of what this machine looked like because not too many people ever heard of it or have ever seen what it looks like. So I Googled images of Instinet machine, and this is what popped up. There's a picture of me. There's a picture of my screen. There's another picture of myself. I freaked out when I saw this, actually. I called my girlfriend, Lori, in California. I'm like, Lori, you got to do something because I don't know why I'm popping up under Instinet machine. Just Google Instinet machine. Maybe my computer knows me. And she did. And she goes, no, I see you, Steph. You're there. So I've been doing so many webinars on the dark pool. I'm definitely considered one of the experts on the dark pool after watching trading in and around it for over 2 decades. And my webinars are getting really popular. So popular, I've been traveling around the country and across Canada, teaching as many traders as I can. I was on 3 tours with Mr. Larry Berman. He's on BNN every Monday. He's got a show called Berman's Call. So I did 3 tours across Canada. I've been touring with the World Money Show, the Traders Expo. I know I've met so many of you here tonight from these shows. So this is why I do what I do, to really get the word out. But even when I'm on tour, I'll be in Orlando, by the way, next week. I know many of you are going to be in Orlando. So even when I'm on tour, you guys, again, I'm a trader just like you. I'm obsessed. I live, eat, and breathe the market. And I run an online educational live trading room. I trade live every day. I share my entries, my exits, but I teach you, why. Why am I getting into this? Why am I getting out? I share my screen all day. And I teach my traders how to follow the smart money by reading the tape and following the dark pool. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, what the heck is this dark pool? It definitely sounds ominous. Yeah, people think you can't see it. There's a lot of sharks swimming in it. Yeah, what it is really, it's been around forever. It's an alternative exchange that allows traders to buy and sell large orders without running the risk that we're going to see their hand. So these trades are not completed until they're not revealed. They're not revealed to us until after they're completed. So if Goldman Sachs has 20 million shares of the SPY that he wants to sell, right? We're not going to see one share until the entire order is filled. That's how they get done at the high without moving it down, and that's how they get done at the low without moving it up. Goldman Sachs has a very popular dark pool called the Sigma X, and Barclays has one that's called the Liquidity Cross. Now, the reason that these guys love the dark pool, besides having 3 hours at least to show their trade, is they have lower commissions. They get better fills. You know, what do those trades look like? Those trades that are 3 hours late. I'm going to show you a picture of the SPY. This is the one when you Google Internet Machine pops up. It's been a very popular slide. So here's a time and sales window. And every buy and sell is printed and recorded. Every executed trade is printed and recorded right there in your time and sales. You have to add 2 zeros to mine. The price and share size is right here, so that this huge trade for 5,011 is really 501,000 shares, and that's the dark pool signature. They're either 501, it starts with 502, or 503. It's just their signature share size, and that's how we always know it's a dark pool. But take a look at the price of this trade, $182.70. Now at 12:22 p.m., the SPY was not trading at 182.70. It was trading at 180.41. Yeah, 180.41, $2 higher. What is this print? Well, coincidentally, the high of the day is 182.70. This trade was done 3 hours prior and was not reported. And then the SPY collapsed from 182.70 all the way down to 180.40. We started to see these prints, and this was not the only one. We had many, many, many of them all day long. Now, there are 5 types of dark pool prints. We get real-time prints, and I'm going to show you an example of that we trade off of all day long. We get late buy prints where they bought 3 hours earlier or sometimes 24 hours earlier. We get late sell prints that are 3 hours or more. And then we get the market on close prints. Those are the big trades at the end of the day that a lot of people look at. And for me, it shows no bias. It's the prints that are right in the middle of the day while I'm trying to eat my lunch that are the most biased trades, because they don't think anybody's watching in the middle of the day. At the end of the day, it's just institutions that can't hold overnight, and they're closing out their positions. So normally I only teach these 4 different kinds of dark pool prints, but tonight I'm going to share with you one other kind, and it's pretty scary. It's called the darkest secret signal trades, and this is nobody knows about these trades because they don't appear on most software. In fact, many software out there get them, but then they eliminate them before they get a chance to hit the tape because they're so far away from the market. But for those of you that are in my trading room, we know about these dark secret signal trades. In fact, we've traded just recently Apple and Intel off of them. And wow, I'm going to show you those trades in just a little bit. But the first thing I'm going to show you is the real-time prints, because we get so many of these during the day, and how we go about trading them. I know many of you have the app, and many of you here tonight do not have my apps. Many of you are in my trading room. Many of you are not in my trading room. So I'm going to show you what goes on when we get these big prints. And if you're in my trading room, what goes on, and if you have the app, what goes on. Okay, so here's one example. July 27th, we spotted, and when I say print, it's a trade. It's a trade that's executed, and we look for the big prints. That's what moves the market, not the news, not anything else. It's these dark pool prints. So on July 27th, we spotted the biggest print on Facebook that we have ever seen. And this was right after Facebook came out with earnings. Facebook was trading up $8.44 after the earnings. Now, I don't ever try to peg the top. How many of you have ever tried to peg the top? Anybody? Anybody going to admit to that? Pegging the top? See, of course, Lil does. Come on. Who doesn't want to peg the top? Now, I only peg the top if I have a huge, giant sell print. Okay, I want to know that Mark Zuckerberg is personally selling his stock before I try to peg the top on Facebook. And I don't want to risk a lot of money doing it either. So I eat lunch at my desk every single day, okay? Because that's when the big guys show us their big trades. They know everybody left. And that's when these monster prints come in. Huge trades. So there I was eating my Mexican quinoa bowl. I took my first spoonful and bam, there it was. I almost tossed my quinoa like all over the keyboard. It was big. It was beautiful. 3.6 million print on Facebook. And it appeared on my block trade scanner for over 500,000 shares. And no, it was not Chipotle. That was bad today, right? My goodness. Good short off the news, but no. This was a homemade quinoa. Quinoa, avocado, corn, my favorite. So here was this big print right in the middle of my lunch. I'm going to show you that it appeared on two scanners. I have a scanner that's just set for the SPY, the Russell, the Qs, the VIX, and the FANG stocks, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. So it actually appeared on both. You couldn't miss this. All right, I'm going to enlarge it for you. There we go, just in case you can't see it. So $174.60 was this print. So whenever I see a big print on this, I immediately tweet it out on the app, and I wrote, massive Facebook print. Is that you, Zuckerberg? 3.6 million, $174.60. So here's where the levels kick in. There's specific levels that computers love to trade off of. The $5 increments are the strongest. So if Facebook could break above 175, that's that next big level up, I'm going to assume smart money is buying. If it goes below 174, that's the next level that computers are buying. If it breaks below that, I'm going to assume smart money is selling. And this is like really how easy this is, because again, I don't know for sure if it's buying or selling. Okay, but I'm going to use these levels, and these are the levels that I'm always calling out in my room and on the app. Now wait, we saw another massive 3.6 million print on Facebook. And when I saw another huge exact same amount, usually there's a price revision. So let me show you. This is my Live Vol Pro software. And on July 27th, I scanned all trades that were over 500,000 shares. And this is what popped up. You see that? Canceled stock. So the 174, well 60, round up, print was canceled. And instead it was revised to 174.28. But you know what? I'm still going to use those same levels. If it's smart money buying, we got to break above 175. Smart money selling, we're going to break below 174. So if you're in my room, you got to watch me trade this. In fact, many of the traders traded alongside with me. Okay, so why would okay, so Ray is saying, why would anyone pay $8 more per share of stock than it was regularly? Well, it had earnings, Ray, so it was up 8. I've seen Netflix personally go from up 8 to up 20, the next day up 12. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to, you know what happens when you assume it's selling, right? So again, I use levels to keep myself and my ego out of the trade. All right, so I'm going to take you inside my room. The Java Pit. My traders come from all over the world, and this is from the general chat transcript from that day on July 27th. And I wasn't even the one that noticed it at first. Keith, and he's from Toronto, at 11:35 Eastern Standard Time, called out the print, the 3.6 million at 174.60. And Amit said it was Mark Zuckerberg selling, laughing. And then Ron, aka Wall Street Wiz, was the one that called out number 2, and that's when I looked up on the live Vol Pro to see if it was 2 different trades or it was a revised trade. That's really important because that would be really that much bigger, right? So I've trained my traders to call out these unusual prints, which is amazing. And here's what happened next. Facebook went below 174, and at 11:50, I posted up in the room that I bought cheap lotto puts. This was a Thursday. Going into Friday. This is my favorite time to buy options when I know a big move is going to happen. So I bought cheap puts on Facebook that expired the next day. Far out of the money. 172.50s and 170s. Okay. Really cheap. And then I bought really far out of the money puts. Actually Ron bought really far out of the puts. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Ricky liked it. She's our options whisperer in the room. She liked the trade. And Ron bought even cheaper. Now, a lottery ticket trade is something that is either going to go to zero or you're going to make a lot of money on. You're not going to bet the house. It's a lottery ticket. And we only do these trades when we have massive, unusual prints. So there is a lot of big prints throughout the day. But, I've been watching the tape for 24 years now, and so I know when something is unusual, and that's what I'm calling out all day long. So do I confirm the dark pool prints with SEC filings? No way, Alexis. I really don't care about that. I'm a trader, and I'm just going to trade off of them and teach as many people as I can to trade on them. I confirm to see in Live Vol Pro to see if they show up. I'm going to show you a couple of trades in a little bit, so just be patient, and if you could wait till the end, because I may answer some questions. Okay, so just going to go to, not all my traders do options. Leslie, she's from British Columbia, and she shorted Facebook at 173.40 in the pit. And I said it's a dump during lunch. These are Monties. That's what I call these guys. Throw big prints at us every day at lunch because they don't think anybody's watching. And we call them DDLs. Dump during lunch trades. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not think it was going to happen this fast. Check this out. Here's the 15-minute chart from that day. And that's when we spotted the print. And I always draw a line in my chart. Where the print is, I draw a line in the next major level up, and we're bullish above, and then I draw a line at the next major level down, and we're bearish below. And you can see that Facebook went from 174 down to 168 in just 2 hours. This is an amazing trade. Blanca got out of her put. She made 81% ROI in just an hour. I get out of half of my 172.50 puts. Whenever I'm up 100% ROI, I get out of them. I get out of another fifth of my 172.50 puts, making 200% ROI. I get out of and I'm always scaling out and putting my trades down in the chat if you're in the room. I think it's really important for everybody to learn how to scale out properly, when to scale out, and so forth. And everybody cheers each other on. We're all here for the same reason, to help each other. We have become like a family in there. I got out of another quarter, my 170, $1.19, you guys. I believe this trade cost me 15 cents to put on. David T made 400% ROI on his puts. And then Leslie at the end of the day made $2.32 on hers. And these are just some. We had a lot more. Just don't want to take all night showing you everything. But at the same time that I was trading in the Java Pit, I was running a live class called Boot Camp. The same time this trade happened, we take a break at lunch from 11 to 2 o'clock. And that's, of course, when the print happened. So most of the traders left the boot camp. So this is the chat from my boot camp class. But I did post that I bought puts on the massive print. And Dave B, Rockstar, I wonder if he's here tonight. He bought the 170s alongside with me, paper trading. He was learning how to trade. I told him I bought him for 15 cents. He made 421% ROI, and again, on paper, but he was learning, and this was such a great lesson for him. And it was really just the two of us that were left there. And of course, I told him I was eating my quinoa bowl there. So this is just one example. We have so many of these all day long. But now I want to show you trades that really nobody else sees. It's kind of like insider trading. How many of you get stock tips? Anybody here get stock tips? Nobody's going to admit to that. I don't get tips. I don't get phone calls. I don't pay for special research. I know some people do, but I don't need any of that because I just follow these guys that do. So now we're going to talk about the darkest secret signal trades that really not too many people see. Okay, they don't appear on most software, like I said before. In fact, many of them eliminate them. Okay, so Anthony, when do we execute a trade based on your levels? It depends if you're day trading, Anthony, or swing trading. So if you want to learn my trading room, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that at the end. That's the best place to learn, is to actually watch me do it live, don't you think? Yeah, that's how I learned how to trade. I sat next to really good traders and just watched them. And so that's really the key. So let me just show you an example on December 22nd, just last month. Okay, last month on December 22nd at 3 p.m., we spotted these dark, bizarre, faraway prints on Apple. And we spotted 4 of them. Take a look right here on my block trade indicator. $169.48. And there were 4 of them. All the share sizes were the same. 294,152 shares. 169.48. Now look right here on Apple. It was trading at the time at $175.12. $5 away. December 22nd. This is crazy. How is this possible? So of course I tweeted out on my app, bizarre, faraway, dark pool prints on Apple, 169.48, 4 of them, 294 each. Key level to watch if we move lower. Now we've seen this before, so everybody in my trading room knew how to trade this, okay? But let me just show you a chart of Apple. Okay, so this is the daily chart of Apple from that day. You can see that the high was 175.42. The low was 174.50. That's the high, low, open, close. The open, it opened at 174.68. And it closed at 175. In fact, it hadn't been trading at that 169 level since December 11th. So this either got stuck in a lot of traffic or it was a dark secret signal trade. Now, I'm going to show you my Live Pro software because I always check and see, did it appear here on December 22nd? I scanned all the trades above 50,000 shares, so it should appear. And this is what popped up. And you can see none of these trades were at 169. Okay, so there was my tweet that day. So I'm going to take you inside my room just to run you through exactly how this played out. So at 3 o'clock, at the end of my meeting, I do a meeting every day from 2 to 3. And at the end, Ron, a.k.a. Wall Street Wiz, said, Steph, did you talk about those strange Apple prints? $169.48 for them. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't notice them until he called it out. So thank you, Ron. And Chris S. looked it up. And he said they're not on Lightspeed. Peggy counted them for me, which was really sweet of her, 4 of them. And Ricky, who teaches options in my room, said, so it's time to buy puts on Apple. And I pretty much answered her by buying Lotto puts on Apple. Far away, you guys, $5 out of the money, okay? But so it's a 3-day weekend. So I bought the next week's, the 170s, 12/29 expiration, just in case they bring it down to that print. And Cody, a.k.a. Sharkman, agreed, and it's a brilliant idea. So I'm going to take you to the next trading day on December 26th. 6:38 a.m. I get in really early, 6:30 every morning, so it's been a really long day for me. Apple down big this morning after those faraway dark pool prints we spotted on Friday. And guess what happened? News, Chinese firm sues Apple for copyright infringement. I don't trade off the news because the news is always late. The prints always come first, and the tape never lies. And so I wrote them in those crazy lottos, I call them, 170 and 167 50 puts. So, look, politicians can lie. We have fake news, but the tape never lies. Now, my friend Jaffe used to live in Toronto. He moved to, where did he move to? Thailand, actually, with his wife. He's amazing. He also has a block trade indicator that has dark pool data feed, datatraderpro.com. And we became instant friends when I realized that he's just as obsessed with the dark pool that I am. And this is what he wrote. My system got messages, because I asked him, did you see these prints? Jaffe, did you see them? And so he told me my system got messages, corrected them, okay? The prints appear. They vanish, he said. Then the stock drops down to there. So the Sharkman was in the 170s. Lorraine in my room, Lorraine B., Colorado, she sold her Apple puts for $1.29. She thanked me for the call out. And I'm going to answer your questions when I'm done because I want to make sure that I finish before Trump starts, okay? So I promise I'll answer them if you hang around. Okay, so I got out of half of my 170 puts, $1.40, you guys. I paid 19 cents for these on Friday. Crazy. A lot of my traders did well. Lorraine wished she had bought more. I got out of another quarter of my puts at $1.60. Sharkman, everybody's got nicknames in my room, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Sharkman made 742% ROI. All right, crazy, just because we were able to see those dark pool secret signal trades. Then, and again, it's free, by the way. I'm not here to sell you any software tonight. It's completely free. I'll tell you afterwards, okay? Because a lot of people try to sell that. I'm not here to sell you that. So here is what I tweeted on the app. News on Apple being sued this morning. However, we spotted those dark pool secret signal trades on Friday. Prints always come first. And I got out of another 3/4 of my puts. Yeah, it was good. Got out of my last quarter when it hit down at 169, you guys. I'm going to show you the chart. Look what it did the next day. This is crazy. It went 20 cents shy, okay? 20 cents shy of where those bizarre faraway prints were. It's crazy, right? I mean, I think every time it happens, I still can't believe it, honestly. But it did hit it a couple days later. Check this out. It did go down and hit it, and then it climbed all the way up again. You guys want to see another one? I have a recent one that just happened this week. Actually, last week. And then we traded out of it this week. All right, but you can't tell anybody. We're going to keep this to ourselves, all right? Let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah, I love this one. Okay, so January 22nd, that was on Monday. All right, last Monday. Here we go again. Here, January 22nd. We spotted, my traders actually spotted Rusty Goose. He spotted it, actually. I didn't even see it. Thank you, Rusty. Is he here tonight? Not sure if he's here, but thank you, Rusty. He spotted it. 1 million shares, you guys. Notice he capitalized it. You can tell he's excited in the chat. And then Gerald wrote the price. Thank you, Gerald, for putting the price in there. And then Chris, of course, looks it up on Lightspeed. Thank you, Chris, because that means a lot. It means nobody else can see this print. It's only on Charles Schwab, by the way. That's the software that I'm using. I'm sure a lot of you probably have it. And here's the print. But please don't call them up and ask them about it, because they have no idea. And they will start charging a lot of money if they do, okay? You can ask me, email me. I'll always, help you out, but please don't call them and ask them, okay? So, and it's free as long as we keep this to ourselves. So there's the print. 1 million shares at $50. What the heck? Okay, so look at this. Rusty wrote that's well above the price, and Chris wrote, yep, that could be a super dark pool print. Intel was trading right there at $45.36. Do you know the last time Intel was trading at $50? September 25th, 2000. That was 18 years ago. And I don't think this print got stuck in 18 years of traffic, do you? So, yeah, crazy stuff. Really, really crazy stuff. So, Chris wrote that could be a super dark pool print right there. And can someone look it up in Live Vol Pro, meaning me? Now, I was, again, I don't know why this always happens when I'm teaching boot camp. I was in my boot camp class last week, and so I didn't see the print, and I came into the trading room at 11 o'clock during the break. It always happens, you guys, after like 11. These big prints come in, so eat your lunch at your desk. So I said, hello, everybody, and Raj immediately, hi there, Intel 1,050,000. And Chris, can you look it up for the print, please, on Live Vol Pro, pretty much begging me. And I looked, and my eyes just went out of my head, you guys. Wow, Intel. We get so excited. These special dark pool prints don't happen every day. But every once in a while, we had a fairly recent one on the QQQs, if you've been following the Dark Pool app. We had a Russell IWM as well not too long ago. But it's not an everyday occurrence. So when it happens, we get really excited and we find really cheap option trades. We're not going to bet the house, but we're going to make a lot of money if it works out. And if it doesn't, we're only going to lose a little bit. So I checked the scanner right away. Okay, and nothing. These were the only big prints, the market on close orders for $45.75. And so I wrote that trade on Intel is not showing up on Live Vol Pro. And I bought Intel lottery tickets, and Intel was coming out with earnings in a couple days. So I don't like to trade into earnings. The volatility, the IV is really high. The options are expensive. So I went to next month's, the February monthly calls, the 50 calls, and I bought them for 14 cents, you guys. Okay, so the options were not expecting this move. A lot of people follow unusual options activity. And let me tell you, you don't want to do that. You want to follow the underlying asset, the stock, and you want to catch the option chain off guard by buying these really cheap, I call them lottery tickets, when you have big prints on the stock. Okay, that's really, really key. By the time you see unusual options activity, they're already inflated and you're paying a lot of money. You want to be first to the punch bowl. That's really key. So I posted up on the Dark Pool app. Here's a Dark Pool trade on Intel. Could be a Dark Pool secret signal. Okay, so what did my traders do? The Kahuna bought 47 calls. Well, actually, Lil, she's here tonight. She thought maybe I should buy a couple of calls. Rusty bought the March 55 calls for 8 cents. And then Lil finally, okay, I got those Intel calls for 18 cents. Then Ricky bought Intel calls 47 to swing. Now earnings were coming out. They came out. And again, I don't care what the number is. We can have good earnings and stocks can go down. We can have bad earnings and stocks can go up. So I don't pay attention to what the earnings were. Instead, I pay attention to stocks that came out with earnings, and I watch for the prints. I watch for the price action. So we did. We got a gift from the trading gods on Intel. Okay, this dark pool secret trade. So here we are back in our trading room. And Lil, 748, she was excited. It's looking good. And Lazaro knew we were going to touch the 50 handle today. And, you know, my traders we all, again, work together. So while Paul, a.k.a. the alien, he was posting up the prints that were happening that day. Sniper, she was posting up open interest on Intel calls. People were sharing their trades, sharing where they may take profit. You know, and that's what the room is all about. And in my whisper, every morning I try to put it out every morning. Not always, but I do put out a weekly whisper now, every week. I hope you guys are enjoying that. You guys like the weekly whisper? Every Sunday, I tally up all the dark pool prints from the entire week. Okay, it's a lot of hours, but for me, it's really good. And I'm able to see where all the big levels are. So excellent. I'm glad. I've been doing it for about 3 weeks now. And if you have the app or you're in my room, you get this first. Actually, nobody gets this, just you guys. Honestly, I don't put it out anywhere else. But the daily whisper I put out in the morning, I put out that morning after the earnings came out that we were bullish above 48.30. I looked on the ECN book. I spotted some sellers at 48.30. And if you weren't in this trade already, plenty of time to get in. I was bullish above 48.30. That was really the key level. So Rusty wrote Intel's moving towards 50. Gia, she wrote that Intel has increased its dividend by 10%. I got out of half immediately. You can see at 9:33. As soon as the market opened, I always take half off the table. I don't try to be greedy. Again, I'm scaling out. I'm going to hold it to 50. But what if it opens up and then drops? I always want to take it. And again, I paid 14 cents for it. And I sold half for 41 cents. So that's a pretty good trade already. And it makes me feel emotionally balanced when I do that. Lorraine did the same. She sold some at 50 cents. So did Lil and Richard. You can see everybody was posting up their trades. And they did really well. Smitty, thank Lorraine. He bought the calls at 17 cents and sold them for 53 cents. I got out of another quarter 20 minutes after the market was open, selling another quarter for 60 cents. That was Intel was at 49 at that point. And my target was 50. And so I wrote the last target is 50. And Andrew, he did really well on his Intel lottery tickets. Kahuna did really well. Alien took a 436%. He's from Sacramento, Paul. Wayne was peeling off Intel calls all day. Raj in my room made 471%. And then I got out of my last Intel calls for 95 cents. It was close enough. It was about an eighth shy, and so did Lil. Awesome trading there, by the way. She asked me before the market opened what she should do. And I told her you have to scale. Get out of half and then hold the last half at 50. So really good job. That's probably the hardest part about trading is holding on and letting that stock go to your target. And that's why scaling out is really one of the best remedies for exit-itis. I think I had exit-itis for years. So I can definitely help you out with that. Diane, 120% ROI. Again, Kahuna, Paul said Intel paid for Valentine's Day. Well, you know what, Paul? I think you should get your girlfriend one of those little blue boxes. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, for Valentine's Day. Get her a ring, Paul. I know she wants it. So It was 5 cents shy, you guys. Intel went to pull back a little, and then it hit 50 at the end of the day. Wayne sold his calls. Eric is new to my room, and I love the fact that he gave himself a nickname right away. Cool Heavy Bull is his name, and he's a new trader, and he rocked it for $1.09. That was awesome, Eric. Now Paul told his brother about the Intel trade, and his brother bought 10 contracts, and he wrote that he just called to thank me. Oh boy. Can you imagine if your brother goes by the name of the alien and calls you to tell you that there's this deepest, darkest pool secret signal trade, $5 away? Just trust me, bro. Just buy these calls. They're going to go up. I mean, I laugh because I could just picture the scenario. It does sound crazy. I get it. But if you're in my room, you've seen this craziness a lot. So Bobby, he's here tonight. Bob did well. He held his last Intel. Are you still holding that last call, Bob?
He left.
Oh, he left? Oh, but Trump didn't begin yet. All right. I know he wasn't feeling well today. Yeah, so he held that last one. Raj did really well. He held 10. Look where Intel went, you guys. There's the dark pool secret signal trade that we got on the 22nd, and it went right to 50. Crazy. So now you know how to trade it, and you want to come and join us. I do run a live trading room. There's not too many people out there that do run live rooms, and I'm there all day long, you guys. I eat lunch at my desk. I'm there all day long calling out these trades. You can do a trial and try it out for just $29.95 for 30 days. You're either going to come in and love it and be like, where have you been my whole life? Or you're going to come in and you're going to say, you know what? It's not for me. And I totally respect that. We have no salespeople in my company. We want people to be there that really want to be there, and I want the best traders with me. I like to train new traders because it's you guys that honestly are calling these trades out all day. I miss a lot of them, and when my traders call it out, it gets my attention. I watch the chat all day long. We do stocks, options, futures, crypto, forex. It's all about following the dark pool. I do 2 audio meetings a day. One is before the market opens, 9 to 9:30, where I cover all of the highest probability day trade setups. And by the way, those are some of my traders in the room that you're looking at over there. And then in the afternoon from 2 to 3 p.m., I focus on all the dark pool prints that we had that day and how to swing trade that. Now, most people think I'm a day trader, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a swing trader. I just sit here all day, so I'll do a couple of day trades. But for me, I've been swing trading since '94, and I've been day trading since 2009. And earnings season is great to day trade, but after earnings season is over, I love overnight swing trading. I get into positions at the end of the day, and I get out of them in the morning. And I also do longer term seasonality trades that many of you have seen many of my webinars, and I follow seasonality with the dark pool prints. Now, I do understand that not everybody can be in my trading room. You either have a career, you don't want to sit here all day long, you want to play golf, you have kids, you have things going on, and so so many years. And we'll put a link. Can you put a link to the trading room, by the way, to join? Yeah, so again, you can do a trial, $29.95. For a limited time, we have this offer. If you want to stay on after your month is over, it's only $129.95 a month. Okay, we definitely keep it affordable. A lot of people came up to me over the years and said, Steph, I can't be in your room. Can you text me when something big is going on and let me know? I need to know. I have longer term investments. I just can't be in your room every day. And so I decided, I can't text everybody. I decided instead to launch a dark pool app. And if you don't already have it, you definitely want to download this from the App Store. If you have an Apple phone or an Android, if you have an Apple phone, you go to the App Store. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store. You can download it. You'll get push notifications right to your smartphone. So if you have the Apple, this is what it looks like. There's the App Store. You can download it for free. There's the search button. You just click on the search. You type in darkpool, 2 words, although I think 1 word might work also, but separate. And this will pop up. And you just click on get, and it'll be downloaded to your phone. If you have an Android, very similar. You go to the Play Store. All right, there it is. You type in Darkpool in the search bar menu. It'll pop up. You see our big W there, Darkpool up, the Stock Whisperer. All right, and then you click on that and you'll install it. Now the app itself is free to download. However, if you want me to send you push notifications all day long on where the dark pool is trading, you need to sign up for the private feed. You have to swipe to the right and sign up for it. Now, right now, it's only $19.99 a month for a limited time. We're keeping it affordable while we're still doing some really incredible updates. So all day long, I'm going to send you push notifications right to your smart device. You can use it on a tablet or your cell phone, but only 1 device per subscription. You know, Apple and Google are really tough on this. Everything goes through them, by the way. Okay? Everything goes through them, and they actually keep 30%. This is the way Google and Apple operate. So again, this is really, we're keeping the price to a minimum. And I'm going to let you know when the dark pool is buying and selling everything all day long. For those of you that have it, you know what I mean. I tweeted like a maniac today. We had so much dark pool action today. It was awesome. I'm going to give you levels that I'm bullish and bearish on, along with pictures. You're always going to have pictures of these prints. Okay, that's really key, so you can see what they look like. But I'm going to give you the levels to go long and the levels to go short. You're also going to get the Whisper of the Day video and the Whisper of the Week video way before anybody else gets them. And you'll have first access to all of my classes, webinars. We're almost finished with an incredible update where you're going to be able to view more posts, and you're going to be able to put in any stock you want in the search bar, and you're going to see all of my previous tweets on where the dark pool had been trading, had been buying and selling that particular stock. You're also going to be able to customize sound notifications. So I know you have a lot of push notifications. I do too, but when mine come up, you can actually give it a special sound that you'll know. Now the best part is, if you sign up right now, you're going to be grandfathered in. So even if our price goes up, you're only going to be paying $19.99 a month. As long as you stay on as a subscriber, you're going to be locked into the special introductory rate. And you're always going to be the first to know. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can go to our website. I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
I'm going to go to questions. You can go to our website at thestockwhisper.com. You can email me, Stephanie with an F, at thestockwhisper.com. I'm really good about getting back with email. And I'm going to answer some questions. So I did finish before Mr. Trump. So let me answer your questions. I promise I'll stay here and answer anything just for a little while. 828?
Yeah, TRM.
Okay, hold on a minute. Thank you. Okay, so TRM, is he still here? Well, this is being recorded. So the Facebook trade was originally canceled and re-entered, correct. Does that cancellation show up on the dark pool? No, it does not show up on the dark pool scanner. On eSignal, it does though. If you have that software, it has a cross line that goes through it. But no, it doesn't. I have to look up on my LiveVol Pro. I don't have eSignal. So... Yep. Any other questions?
840.
Oh, thank you. You wrote those. So helpful. Okay. So 840, Mike. Yeah. Hey, Mike. How did you know to go long and not short on Intel? Because the price was above. The secret signal price was 50. So if it was 40, I would have went short, Mike. Okay, so they're showing you where they're taking it. That's the whole point. That's the best part, actually. Okay.
847.
847.
Alexis.
Alexis.
It's
Okay,
two of
Intel.
them, but yeah.
Yep. Why are dark pool prints? And see, you can tell this is a real presentation because I'm reading your questions, Alexis. Why are the dark prints days prior to earnings less than what the stock hits after earnings? The dark pool buyers on Intel at 50. Oh, okay, so it wasn't a real trade, Alexis. The volume never appeared in the candle. It was a false trade that was put out there to tell people, well, other people where they were taking the price. Yeah, that's a really good question, by the way. We thought about that too, but it's on no other software. It didn't exist, this trade. It was a secret signal that was done over a specific dark pool data feed, and most computers will disregard it, but not my software, Schwab, which does that. Yeah, it's crazy.
853.
853. Scott, what securities do you use to monitor Forex? Really good question, Scott. We always, most of the time, get prints on UUP, which is a dollar ETF, and USDU. Yeah, so we know when the dollar is going up or down most of the time. Again, nothing is 100% of the time, you guys, but, you know, over the past 4 years, I have a documented 90% success rate on my stock recommendations in my daily Whisper of the Day video. It's crazy. So again, nothing is 100%, but this is pretty, pretty crazy. If you follow the big guys, you're going to do really well. So that's really what we do every day is just follow these big trades. And where was the next question?
854, Michael O.
854. Okay, so very busy with your own business. With the app, do you send specific trades? So really good question, Mike. I do show you, bullish above, bearish below. We will be having a service in the next couple months that will actually send you trades. So you can stay tuned to that. But, if you take some of my workshops, I highly recommend my boot camp because it's 50 hours of live trading. You really learn everything. After you know that, you can decipher which trades you like or want to take. But they're all really good once they break levels. But if you love trading gold, stick with the gold prints. If you like trading oil, stick with the oil prints. If you like trading financials, stick with the financials. If you like to trade the E-minis, stick with the with the SPY prints, and so forth. There's something for everybody. I don't take every trade I call out. I trade what I love to trade. We all have different kind of personalities when it comes to trading. Some of us like higher risk, and some of us like lower risk. So it's really what you love. I give you so many. But just think about it this way. I just want to say one thing. When you have a big print, a big trade, it's like you're throwing a big rock into the ocean and it's going to splash. All right? So what you want to do is wait. I always say to my traders, wait 24 hours. It's going to splash up. It's going to splash down. And that's why I try to give you those levels that it should contain itself until it's ready to make its move. Now, if you're a swing trader, you want to wait until the end of the day, near the end, the last 20 minutes or so. And if it's above that level, yep, I'm going long. If it's below the level, I'm going short. All right, so sometimes I jump into it a few hours later. Many times it's not until the next day that I take the trade. But please paper trade. Okay, paper trade until you have this. And if you're in my trading room, again, this is why I run a live room. Okay, you can read a book on how to trade. You can watch a workshop on how to trade. But I'm going to tell you something. Nothing really teaches you how to trade than watching somebody do it. Okay, that's really the best way.
855, Tab.
So 8:55. Hey, Tab. Yeah, I answered that. How long to wait? Yep.
Robert.
I did see that. And then, Rob, what time?
Robert G. 8:55.
Oh, above?
No, right below.
Below Tab. Hold on a minute.
8:55, Robert G.
Yeah, oh, that's above. Similar signal, Intel. You mentioned with Chesapeake. I'm not sure, Roberto, what the question is. I didn't see a secret signal trade on Chesapeake. I saw a big trade at 405 on that, but I didn't see a secret faraway print on that. Yep.
8:57, Alexis.
Okay. Yeah, no, these secret signal trades are far away. We haven't traded there in sometimes decades, or sometimes like 9 days ago, or even longer than that. All right. Any other questions? Alexis, another question. So how can print show up anywhere more than what was actually trading? Isn't that fraud? Yes, it is, Alexis. Like I told you in the first slide, the market is highly manipulated and it's rigged. I just showed you a couple of things tonight. Honestly, Alexis, I mean, I've done other presentations that many of you have been in. In fact, I have a lot of recorded videos on my website. Check them out. Before that massive terrorist attack in Brussels, we spotted massive prints for days on TVIX, the Fear ETF. Okay? Again, I've seen insider trading on Wells Fargo before they announced the fraudulent bank accounts. You know, so this is just another form of manipulation. Yeah, it's another form. Again, you know, that's why I don't work for Schwab. I don't work for Lightspeed. I don't work for Fidelity. Nobody's going to hire me because I call out things like this. And again, I don't care. I do this for myself and for you guys. And, you know, again, I'm pretty much saying the market is rigged. And it is. I have thousands of pictures, Alexis, I can show you.
Last 901,
yep.
Robert.
Okay, so Robert, if SPY is going down, is it possible that Hewlett-Packard print? Which print on Hewlett-Packard are you talking about? Did you spot a big print today? Let me just put that up. Yep. So let me just go to today. I don't have anything on Hewlett-Packard. So not quite sure what day or print. Oh, 2 weeks ago? Do you know the exact date? I call out a lot of stuff. So let me, hold on a minute. Let me just pull up my chart for a second. Again. Yeah, if you don't remember the day? Okay. Was it a faraway print? I'll look that up for you. All right, and I'll shoot you out an email or in the room. I'll show you. Yep, I'll go over that. Yeah. So, yep, you can give us a call, Mike, anytime. I'd love to speak to you. But Alexis has another question that's really important. So this is really important, Alexis. How do you know if the dark pool prints are real or not? So my question to you is, does it matter? I'm glad you're enjoying the app, Anthony. And you guys, if there's anything if there's any recommendations, critique on the app that you want to know or see, please feel free to email me, because we really want to make it the best app possible. You know, honestly, you know, I want to really get some great updates and just really make this the best user-friendly stuff. Okay, so please message me, and again, I'll do my best. Okay, awesome, Tony. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:30. I'll be there trading. But does it matter, Alexis? Right? If it's real or not, I'm going to tell you it's not real because it doesn't appear anywhere else. But either way, it's a signal. I've seen so many of these over the years that they're going to take it there. I mean, nothing is 100% again. Okay, so I don't risk a lot. I buy far out of the money calls really cheap, or puts, and they explode if it's right.
901.
Okay, so awesome, Eddie. I'm glad you guys came here. Yeah, I really wanted to teach you. A lot of you have the app already, and you have questions on how to trade it. And so I wanted to answer that. What time is our question?
John 901.
9:01. John. Schwab tags the trades in red and green. Oh, yeah, so let's not, yeah. So what that means, John, red and green, and let me get to, here, hold on, let me just show you. Yeah, let me show you what that is. So red means the trade was done on the offer or above the offer. Okay, on the offer or above. A lot of times they're late sell prints in green. Okay, we had tons of them today. In fact, let me show you. Okay. Yeah, you see all these 284.74s? I don't want, if I touch on them, they turn black. See all these 503s? Okay. These were all late sell prints from yesterday, by the way. Sneaky. Yeah, very sneaky. We had millions of them, actually. In fact, I tallied them up. Let me just tell you how many there were. I was busy today. 15.5 million late dark pool sell prints came all day long, you guys. And I share this all day long on my screen. So I know a lot of you may live out of the country and you can't get Schwab. So I do have a lot of traders from Canada and Hong Kong, Brazil, Israel, all over the place. So I keep this on my screen. But these 503s, that's the dark pool signal. And they're in green because they're late. They're above the offer. And they were clearly done yesterday because the SPY never traded there. Okay, so the high of the day, well, actually it printed there, but 284.73. So these are all late, coming in all day long. And red are late buy prints a lot of the time, or, okay, they're prints that were done on the bid. Now, red does not mean sell. Green does not mean buy. What we look for is the unusually large prints that are happening. Not at the end of the day, though. These are all market on close. It's the ones that were done earlier that we pay the most attention to. Black means they were done in between the bid and the offer. Okay, so most people get the colors all wrong. Okay? All wrong. So don't look at red and you know, all that software out there that tells you it's a buy, it's a sell, they're backwards, okay? The only way we really know is if we can go up a level, go down a level, give it a little bit of time. And again, that's always the best. So, I mean, we had that big print on Budweiser the other day. Here, let me just, that was awesome. Yeah, that had a nice pop-up. 112.25. So on the app, I'll just show you. I think it'll appear. Yeah, this is everything that I tweeted today. I'm going to show you. Let me just go to page 1.
Disregard the time.
Yeah, the time is 5 hours off because it's on, what is it?
Yeah, I have to fix it.
It's on what kind of time is it on?
Greenwich Mean Time or something.
Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time. They're going to fix it tomorrow. Just here. On the app, I always take a picture with my clock so you know what time it is. Okay, that's how you can tell, is you'll always look at this big clock that I have, and that'll show you the time. Here's what I've been posting all day long. Huge prints on BP, IEFA, massive prints on EFA. I've never seen anything like this. 65 million. PBR. You know, so these prints that we had today, actually Budweiser was on this page. These prints that we had today, I'm going to trade tomorrow. That's really what I love to do, is do that. We had big print on Costco yesterday. VIX. Massive prints on VIX. I've been posting this on the 29th Monday. These are all big prints on the VIX, highly unusual. You see this? Bullish above 29.20. Do you guys see where the VIX went today? Exploded, VXX, sorry. Exploded, okay, to $32. So yesterday I posted there were highly unusual prints today to explain. No Lil, Sniper, took the VIX trade. I was in the puts on the SPY. But here was that massive print on Budweiser. And I know that Bob took that at 112.25. And this thing busted a move today to 114.03. Now this black line on my daily chart, just to teach you one more thing if you're still here. This is so key. The 8 exponential moving average, you guys. So key. It's a brick wall during the day. So anytime a stock is above the 8 exponential moving average on a daily chart, I like to go long. Anytime a stock is below it, I'm bearish. It's momentum, okay? The only time I'll go against that is if I have a huge, massive print like we did on Budweiser, a 945,000 share print at 112.25. So we're bullish above 113, okay? And you can see that it closed at 113.52. Today, what did it do? This is exactly what it did. It came up to this brick wall, hit it, and smacked down. That's your target right there. If it's a retracement trade, you want to get out. If it's above it, then we're always going for that next moving average. I have a lot of moving averages on my screen. And if you're in my live room, I point them out all day long, you know, where to get out of these trades, how to trade them. I never know where they're going to open up, but we're always going to that next level and so forth. So again, here all day long, I'm just posting, and here was the today's whisper on Intel and so forth. So I hope you guys had a good night. I hope you learned a couple things tonight. But again, please paper trade until you are successful and you understand how to do this. And again, I do it live in my room if you really want to learn. It's $29.95, you guys. You want to put the link for the trading room in again? Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's $1 a day. You can learn so much in just 1 month. If you want to stay on, you love it, again, it's $129. If you don't think it's worth it or you can't stay on, I'm totally okay. Totally respect that, all right? All right. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to go watch the State of the Union. I'm going to watch our president speak now and try to get some good trades for tomorrow, all right? Take care, everybody. And I'll play a little song for you guys on the way out. Just give me a minute to load it. It's my Wall Street song, by the way. I write music. That's my day. Well, I guess it's my night job. It's called Don't Let Wall Street Knock You Down.
The market took a dive. Let it ride, let it slide, my oh my. Knock, knock, knocking me down. Could have bought lots of Prada shoes, but I bought Intel at 72. Yeah, I'm singing the blues, singing the blues. Stocks are dropping, no one's shopping. No, you can't buy what you want. Bars are hopping, futures flopping. No, you can't get what you want. Where the odds were just as small. Had a bolt, took it all, let me fall. You knocking me down. I could have bought a house and a brand new car. Lucky I still drive my beat up. Sob, yeah, I'll be rough, but I go fishing while it's sinking, getting in where I want. I start winning, I start singing. Oh my. Knock you down. You know you really